Mother has told me the story that when she was about to birth me, there was some problems, and Grandma Stahl, having experienced being around many births, she knew something was wrong. It was in the morning. Aunt Josephine was getting ready to go to work, and Aunt Josephine didn't move very fast, not any time in her life. But we loved her passionately, even though that was a part of her. Well, Grandma said, "Josephine, hurry up, because you need to stop and tell the doctor we need him as you're going to work." So the doctor did come, and I was breech birth, which means I came out backwards, and Mother has said that he had to work a while to get me to breathing. So I think that's an interesting birthing experience. At that house where I was born, I remember a sink with a pump, a little kitchen, a pantry. One thing I want to say about that pantry, Mother has said that when Grandpa was feeling as if he were getting ill, he would go to the pantry and drink some of his lime water. He would make lime when he burned stone in the fields as he was clearing land. So I just think that's an interesting part of the way they lived. And there were some fruit trees. There was an apple tree where the apples ripen in July. And I want to say they were called July apple. I've asked Mother what the name of it was, and I don't recall now. And there was like a small orchard around that house. And the place down the hill was bigger and had 4 bedrooms. There was the boys' room, the girls' room, 2 double beds, and the girls' room, and a double bed and a single bed or 3/4 bed in the boys' room, the guest room, and then the parents' room. And a bathroom. Aunt Josephine has told me there was not a bath in the house. Apparently that room was there. And when the children were older and were working, they paid to have the bathroom put in the house. She's told me that story. Uncle Keith and Uncle Harley worked the farm. I loved being around them. It was just, they were fun. Particularly Uncle Keith was very sociable and teasing and liked to interact with me. Uncle Harley was more quiet. But I remember one time he and I were walking up to the other farm that I told you about, and he got some kind of a little branch from a tree and put holes in it with his penknife, and it would blow it like a whistle.
Did they ever let you drive the tractor?
Oh, did they? I begged them to let me do that, yes, and they let me. I remember cultivating a field, and when they would put up hay, in those days, it was an elevator machine where they would go along and would pick up the rows of hay that they had cut and cured and take it up this elevator, and it would fall on the wagon. Someone would be on the wagon and adjust the hay so it would fill the wagon.
Let's change the subject and talk about why you came to Shepherdstown.
One weekend, maybe, or whatever, I came over to visit Aunt Josephine. I walked down German Street here in Shepherdstown. I saw flyers in the windows of the businesses advertising various activities. I thought, wow, I love to do things. I want to move here. And found this little house that fits me perfectly in Shepherdstown. I can walk to everything now. I can walk to music. I can walk to restaurants. I can walk to my volunteer activities at the visitor center, at the thrift shop. It's just a jewel of a place to live. Most of what I enjoy is at the college. The students are so exuberant about their music. It seems like they love their teachers love them, they play well. I get attached to their personalities and the fun that they have playing. Sometimes there is music in the churches, classical, Irish, Scottish. A place called O'Hurley's has Irish music once a week. For a couple years, I went nearly every week to that. Now I just go periodically, usually when somebody visits. The other night, I went to Bluegrass Jam at one of the restaurants. And then I went to a college auditorium for someone who is a professional storyteller. And that was a fun evening. I'm very happy to have Debbie and Eric here today. We had a wonderful brunch at the press room, the best restaurant in town. It's good to have their company. The sun is shining after about 2 weeks, cold and rain.
Thank you very much.